What's up, gang, and welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2. The past couple of days Rockstar Games posted brand new screenshots as well as new details that kinda got buried underneath all of the recent leaks that might or might not be true. Nonetheless, we're going to take a look at all of this and break down every single piece of information and image bit by bit, and I'm going to start with the first image that was posted yesterday on the official Rockstar Games YouTube channel as well as on their Twitter account, and this one features Arthur with his hair completely messed up, face covered in probably dirt and dried blood, aiming his trusty and mud-covered revolver at someone who's about to get capped. The description of this image reads, "Weapon choice and customization in Red Dead Redemption 2. From visual upgrades like new metals, woods, varnishes, and engravings to performance upgrades like new barrels, grips, sights, and scopes. Design an entirely unique weapon that looks and handles exactly the way you like. Carry single-handed pistols, revolvers, and the single-handed sawed-off shotgun in your holsters. Upgraded and reinforced holsters will protect the weapon from degradation against elements, while off-hand holsters will give you the ability to dual wield." And what else can I even say about all of this info other than it's absolutely amazing, and the level of customization is simply stunning. It covers literally every aspect of a weapon, definitely enough to keep you going for a very long time. Now, it kind of makes sense to add all of this in the game, as Rockstar Games have decided to add that very flashy and good looking cleaning animation to every single individual weapon in the game, and it kind of makes sense now that I think about it, because now it also serves as a better way to display the gun to you. I mean, after creating it, after modifying it, after making it the way you like it, how else would you be able to admire it other than taking a nice look at it from every angle while polishing it? So that's why I'm thinking Rockstar Games has put so much effort in these animations, and I'm willing to bet that most people will love cleaning their guns as often as possible, especially after bringing them up with all sorts of engravings and upgrades. And yeah, pretty awesome nonetheless, but the picture in itself is in no way less filled with information. And taking a glimpse at Arthur's hair, we can see that it's all messed up, almost blowing in the wind if I didn't know any better, and even the sun scattering through every individual hair string can be seen, which is extremely realistic, by the way. I don't think there's any other game that does this with every single hair follicle in the game. He also looks like he might have got roughed up a little bit prior to taking this screenshot. Unfortunately, the details on the forehead aren't really that high due to the size of this image, but I'm definitely seeing some dried blood spots on his forehead, possibly during a fight or multiple fights, as he's completely covered in that. And moving down to the hand that holds the revolver, also pay attention to the dried up mud on his hand and on the gun, and this is especially noticeable on the hand as the mud realistically dries up over time. This has been reported to happen when it's on clothes or on your skin as well. Similarly, this is what happens with snow as it melts away when you get to the sunny areas. Dual wielding seems to be possible with side arms and long arms at the same time, though I'm not really certain if you can shoot them at the same time, because while shooting a rifle, for example, using just one hand is kinda hard to pull off. I mean, you really have to be quite heavy and stable on your feet in order to absorb all of the impact and kickback. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how this happens, because we've seen several other scenes in which he walks with two weapons at the same time, one being a long arm, one being just a revolver. Moving over to the next image posted by Rockstar Games, we have a better look at the Dead-Eye system, and it's a very close shot with the NPC trying to dodge at the very last second as he seems to be completely taken by surprise. I don't think he's gonna make it in time, to be honest, because he isn't even holding his own gun in a proper position. But the thing that's most interesting about this is the minimap itself, and over it you can see various buff effects that Arthur has applied to him. So without knowing any context here, it looks like the first one is a health boost, possibly from eating food beforehand. The second one definitely looks like a stamina buff because it has the thunder sign. Third one clearly is the Deadeye tonic, as you can see the notorious X mark on it. And we have a fourth and fifth one appearing over there, and they also appear to be some other type of stamina and finally health buffs on top of the already existing ones. And this kind of makes me believe that you can stack one on top of each other. So for example, I would assume that in this case one of the health buffs increases the health itself by a percentage, while the second one might increase the regeneration over time, and so on. Similarly, I would expect this to happen with stamina as well. As you can see, two buffs applied to it. The caption itself reads, "The new Deadeye system expands and becomes more sophisticated over the course of the game, allowing you to place shots on multiple targets and simultaneously pinpointing the weak spots on your enemies such as the heart, brain and lungs for even deadlier accuracy." And yeah, this guy seems to be getting aimed straight into the heart as it seems, and he's definitely not going to survive this shot. I mean, it's way too late for him, he's completely caught off guard, and he probably met his end soon after this picture was taken. Finally, we have the most recent screenshot that reads, "Paint your enemies with Deadeye targets and unleash a rapid fire hail of bullets." Now, I don't usually swear in my videos or use foul language on my channel, but from the looks of it and how this guy is painted with Deadeye, he seems to be completely fucked. He has two marks on his heart and lung, two in the neck, right next to the main artery, and finally one in the head. And somebody over on Reddit was even kind enough to break down how this sequence would even end up happening, and it's every bit of glorious as you'd expect. So the first two shots will make his heart and left lung completely explode since the distance from the gun to his body is so short. Following up, we have the two shots in the neck that not only will completely sever his artery, but his entire spine along with it. Now, if these physics even existed in the game, you'd normally see his severed head flying in the air at this point with one X mark still left to make some brain soup out of it. And yeah, this is going to be probably the most gruesome thing you can probably pull off. I mean, there is a lot of gore and blood in the game. You can definitely sever people's like arms and legs. I'm not really sure if blowing up people's heads is possible. I mean, I know you can like leave holes and all of that, but I'm not sure how deep it goes. I mean, it would sound awesome, but yeah, I don't think there's going to be some head dismemberment because probably that's going to be a little bit too much. Nonetheless, in ideal situations, he would get completely messed up, and yeah, if I was this guy, I would probably end it myself because come on, I mean, let's be serious. He would die 5 ways in just 1 second. That's how brutal this looks right now, and the screenshot itself is definitely amazing to look at. There's also a lot of other details behind it, as you can see. Like, you can see the minimap completely red and the wanted icon reading assault, most probably meaning that Arthur had enough of someone's shenanigans in this screenshot and decided to spray some lead into certain somebody. And the minimap itself, you can even see various icons, one being the general store in the background, but there are others as well, possibly even a side mission over there if I'm not mistaken. Some of the buffs that we saw in the previous screenshot also appear into this one, affecting the core health, stamina and the Deadeye. Also do pay attention to the unfinished house in the background that might or might not be built in real time. But yeah, if the reports from IGN are to be trusted, there are definitely NPCs in the game that build houses and other structures in real time, and there was even a report on this when 2 NPCs were building a structure in real time. I mean, you could even see each individual piece being placed on it, and at one point some accident happened and one of them died because something heavy fell onto them. So yeah, let's just say that safety regulations weren't really a concern back then. And yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be true with literally every unfinished piece of housing or construction in the game, but it was reported to exist. Now, don't take my word on it, just read some of the old previews from IGN from like last month, but I could have sworn that this is something that was shown in the game. Outside of that, you can see the road being filled with horse tracks as well as wheel tracks, and it was said that dirt reacts to weight applied to it, much like how snow does it and mud as well, so it's probably the most realistic representation of dirt in the game. I've yet to see a game that does this so realistically. Also pay attention to Arthur's clothes clothing, as it features imperfections like places where it got ripped or having dirt on it, wear marks and so on, and the game looks and sounds every bit of spectacular as it's been rumored thus far, which makes me very excited to play this on the 25th. Until then, make sure to aim that like button if you enjoyed these awesome Red Dead Redemption 2 videos. I will be posting guides and gameplays, by the way, when the game comes out, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of that, and I'll see you guys in the next one, so peace out.